Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to the Hazel Park High School National Honor Society Induction Ceremony of 2023. It is my most sincere pleasure to welcome everyone here this evening. I know that this is an extremely busy time of year for everyone, and your being here is a testament to the support that you give unstintingly to the members of our NHS. It has been a crazy few years, and as we adjust to normal again, it's good to be together once more. I would also like to thank you for your patience and all the assistance that you offer to your sons and daughters as they participate in a myriad of activities during their high school years. It's through your efforts that they are as successful as they are. This effort is readily evident as your children, grandchildren, nieces and nephews who exemplify the brightest and best of Hazel Park High School. I look forward to working with your children throughout the remainder of this year and our next school year. Membership in the National Honor Society is a prestigious position, one that only the diligent achieve. To be a member of the NHS, a student must meet rigorous standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Speaking on leadership is our president, Ms. Jenna Dubrow.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to obtain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantive charge to each of our members. Speaking next is our Vice President, Brianna Shrieker, about service.
My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or without recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Now speaking next is our Secretary, Katie Norris, on scholarship.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Next, speaking on character, is Treasurer Sarah Griffiths.
Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life and, when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, I would like to recognize our returning members. Our returning senior members are Ms. Sarah Atkins, who's right, Mr. Jake Enjorsky, who unfortunately is at a baseball game tonight, representing Hazel Park High School, Ms. Lauren Sabosian, Val Mazzarelli, and our returning junior members are Ms. London Ali, Lily Asbury, Ariana Bartek, Gabriella Figueroa, Ms. Christy Gardner, Forrest Green, Caleb Rutledge, Ethan Taylor, Serenity Turner, and Yura Yasser. I'm going to depart, you may be seated, thank you. I am going to depart from the routine, and they don't know this yet. We decided, normally we pass out the stoles that the NHS members get to wear at commencements during rehearsal for Class Day. Since we're departing and having an honors convocation evening next week, we decided to recognize the seniors who are members in good standing so that they may receive their stole this evening in recognition of the community service that they have performed and met the requirements to be a member in good standing. So first I'd like to recognize our 4 senior officers. Our president is Jenna Dubrow. Our vice president, Brianna Schreiber. Our 2-year secretary, Ms. Katie Norris. And our treasurer, Ms. Sarah Griffiths. 2 more senior members who are in good standing at this time include Ms. Lauren Zabosian and Ms. Val Mazzarelli. At this time, we are going to be inducting our newest members to the National Honor Society who were selected after completing a rigorous application process. Our first inductee, and this is extremely special, is a junior to be senior next year, and in a precedent that they've never done before, our current officers have elected her as the president of NHS next year, Ms. Riley Hollis. In the HPCC Youth Coalition, and she's in the Hazel Park Viking Marching Band, and she's also a student council officer. Miss Alexis Holmes. She is the captain of the 23-24 sideline varsity cheer team, and she is maintaining a 3.25 GPA. Ms. Savannah Lopez. She is a member of she is the junior class officer. She plays volleyball, and she loves the color orange. Ms. Nicoletta Nicolau. She's a volunteer at her Greek Church youth camp, and she has a GPA of 3.7. Miss Amia Pace. She plays in the Detroit Symphony Youth Orchestra. She has been in marching band for 4 years and will be celebrating her 5th year next year. Miss Kara Smith. She's a member of the varsity soccer team for 2 years and is maintaining a 3.7 GPA. Mr. Reginald Wilson. He has been maintaining a 4.0 term GPA since the 9th grade. He's also involved in bowling, drama, and baseball. Alyssa Arsenal. She recently has joined the Color Guard and she's participating in the newly formed Zoo Teen Alliance program and has a GPA of 3.54. Miss Catherine Chappell. She is active in her youth group, plays 4 sports, including volleyball, basketball, bowling, and softball, and has a 4.0 GPA. Miss Tangela Charleston. She also has a 4.0 GPA. She plays soccer, basketball, and volleyball, and is following in her mother's footsteps, who is also a member of the NHS. Miss Raylyn Hempel. She is the captain of the varsity swim team. Her brother Zach was also a member of NHS, and her favorite hobby is playing video games. Miss Emily Hudnall. She has been a varsity volleyball player for 4 years. Her favorite class right now is Espanol. Mr. Jeremiah Kemp. He is an active member in marching band and has an exemplary GPA. Mr. Caleb Pierce. He has a 3.9 GPA, and he helps out with community events whenever he is able. So we will put him to work. Mr. Tayshawn Mason, he's on the varsity soccer team for 2 years. He plans to major in cyber design/security. Ms. Cora Jai, she plays on the varsity basketball team, and she has 2 siblings before her that were members of our HPHS NHS. And last but not certainly not least is Mr. Robert Shelton. He has a 3.6 GPA and he has volunteered at the rec center. At this time, Ms. Jenny Dubrow is going to lead our inductees in the pledge.
For this, inductees, please stand. Returning members, join in as we go. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I've been selected. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I've been selected. I'll be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. and I will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. You may be seated.
At this time, it is my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for the evening. This person has been not only a valued member of the Hazel Park teaching staff for over 22 years, he is also my dear friend, Mr. Chris Benedetto.
Thank you, Mrs. Cruz. So as Mrs. Cruz said, I have been a teacher here at Hazel Park for 22 years. And in those 22 years, I have found that one thing stands out to me more than anything else. There are certain things that are not very easy to teach our children. The main thing that I think that is integrity. And integrity, what it means to me, is being able to do the right thing even when you know no one else is watching. So that's one of the things I charge you, young people, with today. You now have been inducted into this elite organization. You're going to be held to a higher standard. When other teachers know that you are part of the National Honor Society, they're going to have higher expectations for you. The things that we can't teach, like leadership, character, service, and scholarship, are your pillars. Those pillars are what are going to hold you up in those difficult times, and they're what have brought you to where you are right now. And again, in all my time, the one thing that I found is the hardest thing to teach is character. Having that ability to do the right thing. I have many students in the past that have come and asked if they can help out in my classroom, and I always was thinking, well, this is because they need volunteer hours for National Honor Society. But after a while, I would still have those same students reappear and offer to help out. I'd question and say, how many more hours do you need of volunteer time? And it's not uncommon for them to answer that I finished my volunteer hours a long time ago. Now I'm just doing this because it's the right thing to do. And it's appreciated more than you know. The fact that you are in a group that's set apart from everyone else, the one thing that I want you to remember more than anything else is your reputation is one thing that you don't want to ever tarnish. When other people ask you to do something and you do it, that becomes a reputation that you get. There are people in this room that I'm sure you can look around and know that if they're supposed to go to an appointment, they're going to be late. That's a reputation. There are people in this room that you can look around and say, if I ask them to do something, I know it's going to get done without having to ask. Double check, watch over their shoulder. Those are the things that make a great person, a person of character, a person of integrity. That to me is what an NHS member is all about. And I know I share this sentiment with my colleagues, that when we have students that we know are part of this organization, we know that you guys have rose above, well above mediocre and average. I have been selected from time to time, from year to year, to help choose which students will be members in the new NHS for that year. And oftentimes I'm chosen because I don't know a lot of the students. They want us to have a completely objective standpoint. But the one thing that I see and I read when we look at letters of recommendation from different people is integrity. It always comes back to integrity. So young people, value your reputation. Make sure that you don't take it for granted and know that it's the one thing nobody can take from you. And I wish you guys very well, and my congratulations.
This concludes the induction portion of our evening. At this time, I encourage you to take pictures with your inductees in front of the candles and then to join us for a dessert reception. Please have some dessert. Don't make us give it all to the staff. We've been eating way too much lately. Yes, and we're going to take a quick group picture. All the inductees and returning members come in front of the podium. And Thank you again, parents, for coming and supporting your students.